Should managers be loyal to football clubs? I was listening to a bit of TalkSport and hearing about Simon Jordan talking about Rob Edwards potentially moving to Wolves from Middlesbrough. And in it, obviously, as a former owner, he was scathing. He questioned his integrity. I mean, this is what he said.
You would like to think that someone that was given an opportunity would have a little bit more integrity, and he doesn't.
But my point is, why should a manager be loyal to a football club? And I know that sounds a very pessimistic way of thinking about it, but I'm a bit confused why the double standards just go one way. As Simon Jordan rightly said, if Rob Edwards got sacked by Middlesbrough, he would get paid off. But on the flip side, Middlesbrough are receiving compensation for letting Edwards go to Wolves. In 2012, the BBC did a report and they said the average lifespan of a manager was nearly 4 years. When they did another report in the 2022-23 season, it was 2 years and 4 days. Why on earth, as a manager, would you stick around in the Championship? And let's call it what it is, Middlesbrough are doing really well at the moment. They are 6 points off 10th. And as we know of the Championship, it can go up and down. You lose 2 games on the bounce and then you're mid-table. Why wouldn't you take a job in the Premiership? I know people be going, well, it's Wolves, they're definitely going to get relegated. It's not a foregone conclusion. We're in November. And I mean, if Wolves win 2 games on the bounce, they're back in the race to stay up, aren't they? I just personally don't get this reasoning because I'm sure Middlesbrough fans will think Rob Edwards is an absolute traitor, and I think Wolves fans will think he's just doing what's best for his career. But a great example is another coach who Wolves were linked to is Gary O'Neill. Gary O'Neill did a brilliant job at Bournemouth. What did Bournemouth do? They sacked him because they saw a better coach in Iraola, and look where they are now. No one made a big song and dance about, they're being disloyal to Gary O'Neill. They were just doing what was in the best interest. I mean, Marcelo Bielsa was sacked from Leeds. Sean Dyche was sacked from Burnley. So what are we talking about here? Because Rob Edwards, yes, apparently he mutually agreed to leave Luton after taking them to the Premier League. But come on, a lot of us are adults, we know mutually agreed. It means they're just saving the club from buying them out. No manager who wants the payday ever mutually agrees to leave their role. The only people in football who are loyal are fans. And that is just the reality of it. I don't blame a manager at all for moving on to a better opportunity. It might turn into a worse opportunity. Wolves might get relegated, Borough might go up, and he looks like an idiot. But on the flip side, if Rob Edwards takes Wolves to safety, then he's a Premier League manager again.